Welcome to part 16 in our series covering the urban soil health evaluation. In this video, we will discuss how GoogleEarthPro can be used to investigate site history. This corresponds with part B of the urban soil health evaluation sheet. Contact us at the email shown to obtain the evaluation sheet. One thing I want to mention before you get started, you're going to have to download the GoogleEarthPro desktop app. The web-based app, just Google Earth, Google Maps, any of those, they aren't going to work. They aren't going to have the full functionality that we want. So go to earthversion.com/earth and then click on Earth versions at the top. And it'll give you three options: the mobile version, the web-based version, and then the downloadable desktop app, which is what you want. So you want GoogleEarthPro on desktop. You might need to make sure it's okay if you download that on your computer, depending on who manages your computer and who owns it, but that's what you want. I've already got it downloaded, so let's take a look and dive right in. It's very simple to use. Many of you have probably used it already. You can zoom in and out using the buttons on the right hand side here. You can click and drag. You can orient north, south, east, west. I like to use the scroll functionality of my mouse to zoom in and out. So go ahead and navigate to your site. Okay. Now, some cheat features here. If you click up, it will orient the image so you're looking directly down on it. And if you hit in on your keyboard, it will orient everything so that north is up. All right, so this is our site. Right here, where my mouse is, was the site that we were looking at and investigating in part A of our urban soil health evaluation. Look here at the bottom, you can see the imagery date is from 2019. It's a very recent. Here's the cool feature that we want to use. If you go up to the top, you'll see a button that has a clock with a backwards arrow. Click on that. That's going to allow you to sort through satellite imagery from the past. So our first image here is from 2018, so going back a couple years, you just click back. So now you can see the new date here is 2016. You can also see the date up here. What you're looking for is things that were on that list that we discussed earlier. So you're looking for signs of excavation, stockpiles, drums, storage tanks, buildings that look like they were industrial or commercial in nature. Anything that looks out of the ordinary, anything that might tip you off that there's an environmental concern. So everything looks fine so far. Let's keep going back. 2014. I know they do mulching and composting in this area, so that looks like what we have there with that pile. 2012, again, see some mulch and or compost piles in that area, so it looks pretty straightforward. 2010, and you're going to hit a point with some of these images where the resolution is poor, so it's going to look blurry like this. If that's the case, sometimes zooming out can help a little bit. Otherwise, you just kind of do the best with what you have. 2008. 2007, pretty blurry, but nothing really jumping out at us. It does appear that there's maybe some discoloration in this area, but let's keep going back and see what we see. All right, so sometime before 2007, the garden was built around this time, the adjacent garden I should say, because you can see some of the features here in the 2007 imagery. But 2006 looks like construction hadn't begun, and we're seeing some discoloration in this area, maybe some excavation. 2006, 2005, our areas right here. Lots of excavation happening here. Okay, that's a red flag. And our site is right here where my mouse is, and it's right in the middle of a stockpile. Looks like there was an excavation going on here. Maybe some underground structure, maybe some underground storage tanks removed. building debris over here in the adjacent site. Again, our site was right in here. So these are red flags. Now, just because there was buildings present at the site doesn't necessarily mean there's an environmental issue. However, when you have a cluster of large buildings like this, it usually tells you it's some kind of commercial or industrial facility. And a lot of times that could indicate that there's an environmental issue. So again, our site is right in here, and it looks like there was a small building about right where our site was. Going back, it's a little bit clearer. So there's some kind of facility here. We'll have to do some additional research to find out exactly what that is, but there's something going on here. May or may not be an environmental issue. Nonetheless, a little bit of a red flag. Scoring this one's a little bit tricky because although we didn't see any obvious signs of environmental issues at our site when reviewing Google Earth, we did see some things that could suggest environmental issues. So we'll have to piggyback this on some other research. Right now, just to play it conservatively, I'm going to give it a score of poor. In the next video, part 17, we'll discuss how to utilize the IDEM virtual file cabinet to search for environmental records.